You know, I've been thinking a lot about something lately. It's an idea that's been gnawing at me, keeping me up at night. And I want to share it with you today because I believe it's important. So important that it might just change the way you look at your life, your success, and the world around you. Here it is. Good times create weak men. Now I know what you're thinking. That doesn't sound very motivational. Aren't good times what we're all striving for? Well, let me tell you something. The truth isn't always comfortable, but it's always valuable. And this truth, my friends, is one of the most valuable you'll ever hear. Let's break it down. When times are good, when everything's easy, when we're comfortable, that's when we're in danger. That's when we start to lose our edge. We get soft, we forget what it means to struggle, to fight, and that's a recipe for disaster. You see, life isn't about being comfortable. It's about growth. It's about becoming the best version of yourself. And you can't do that when you're sitting pretty, can you? No, you need challenges. You need obstacles. You need to face adversity head on and come out stronger on the other side. I remember back in my day, we didn't have all these modern conveniences. We didn't have phones in our pockets that could answer any question at the touch of a button. We had to work for our knowledge. We had to struggle. And you know what? We were better for it. Now, I'm not saying we should go back to those times. Progress is good. Innovation is good. But we need to be careful. We need to make sure we're not losing our grit, our determination, our will to succeed in the face of all this comfort. Think about it. When was the last time you really pushed yourself? When was the last time you did something that scared you? When was the last time you failed, picked yourself up, and tried again? If you can't remember, that's a problem. You see, success isn't about avoiding failure. It's about embracing it. It's about learning from it. It's about using it as fuel to propel you forward. But in these good times, we've become afraid of failure. We become so comfortable that the thought of stepping out of our comfort zone terrifies us. And that, my friends, is how weak men are created. But here's the good news. It doesn't have to be that way. You have a choice. You can choose to be strong. You can choose to challenge yourself. You can choose to embrace discomfort and use it to your advantage. How? Well, let me give you a few ideas. First, set big goals. I mean, really big goals. Goals that scare you. Goals that make you think there's no way I can do that. Because let me tell you something. You can. You're capable of so much more than you think. But you'll never know unless you try. Second, embrace failure. Don't run from it. Don't hide from it. Face it head on. When you fail, and you will fail, we all do, don't see it as the end. See it as a beginning. See it as a lesson. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this to become better? Third, seek out challenges. Don't wait for them to come to you. Go out and find them. If your job isn't challenging you, find ways to make it more challenging. If your relationships aren't pushing you to grow, have those difficult conversations. If your body isn't being pushed to its limits, start that workout routine you've been putting off. Fourth, surround yourself with strong people. You've heard me say it before. You're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So choose wisely. Choose people who inspire you, who challenge you, who push you to be better. And if you can't find those people, be that person for someone else. Fifth, never stop learning. The moment you think you know everything is the moment you start to become weak. There's always more to learn, always to improve. Read books, listen to podcasts, attend seminars, feed your mind with knowledge and wisdom. 6, take responsibility for your life. Stop blaming others for your problems. Stop making excuses. If you want something, go out and get it. If something's not working, change it. You are the author of your own life story. Make it a good one. 7th, practice gratitude. This might seem counterintuitive. After all, aren't we talking about not getting too comfortable? But here's the thing. Gratitude doesn't mean complacency. It means appreciating what you have while still striving for more. It means finding joy in the journey, not just the destination. 8th, develop discipline. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. It's what gets you out of bed in the morning when you'd rather sleep in. It's what keeps you working when you'd rather be watching TV. It's what makes you stick to your diet when that cake is calling your name. Discipline is the ultimate sign of strength. Now, you face your fears. Fear is a natural part of life. It's there to protect us. But too often, we let it control us. We let it hold us back from achieving our dreams. So here's what I want you to do. Identify your biggest fear. Then take one small step towards facing it. Then another. And another. Before you know it, you'll have conquered that fear and moved on to the next challenge. 10th, cultivate resilience. Life is going to knock you down. That's a guarantee. The question is, will you stay down or will you get back up? Resilience is what separates the strong from the weak. It's what allows you to bounce back from setbacks, to keep pushing forward when everything seems to be against you. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. This all sounds great, but times are tough. The economy isn't what it used to be. There's so much uncertainty in the world. And you're right, times are tough. But let me ask you this, isn't that exactly what we need? You see, tough times create strong men, and strong men create good times. It's a cycle, and right now, we're in the part of the cycle where we have the opportunity to become strong, to become resilient, to become the best versions of ourselves. So instead of complaining about how tough things are, embrace it. Use it as an opportunity to grow. Use it as a chance to prove to yourself just how strong you can. Because here's the truth. Success isn't about what happens to you. It's about how you respond to what happens to you. It's about your attitude, your mindset, your willingness to keep pushing forward, no matter what obstacles stand in your way. And that's where true strength comes from. Not from having an easy life, but from overcoming a difficult one. So I challenge you today. I challenge you to stop seeking comfort. Stop looking for the easy way out. Stop hoping for good times to come and save you. Instead, create your own good times. Forge your own path. Build your own success story. It won't be easy. It will be hard. There will be times when you want to give up. Times when you question if it's all worth it. But let me tell you something. It is worth it. The person you'll become through this journey, the strength you'll develop, the resilience you'll cultivate, that's priceless. And here's the best part. As you become stronger, as you overcome these challenges, you'll start to see opportunities where others see obstacles. You'll start to see possibilities where others see problems. You'll start to create your own luck, because that's what strong people do. They don't wait for good times to come to them. They create good times through their actions, their attitude, and their unwavering belief in themselves. So let's talk about belief for a moment. Because belief is the foundation of everything we do. If you don't believe in yourself, if you don't believe in your ability to overcome challenges and achieve your goals, then you've lost before you've even begun. But if you do believe, if you have that unshakable faith in yourself and your abilities, then there's nothing you can't accomplish. Now, I'm not talking about some kind of blind optimism here. I'm talking about a deep core belief that's based on experience, a belief that's been forged in the fires of adversity and tempered by the cold reality of failure. You see, true belief doesn't come from always succeeding. It comes from failing, learning from that failure, and trying again. It comes from facing your fears and realizing that you're still standing on the other side. It comes from pushing yourself beyond what you thought was possible and discovering that you're capable of so much more. And that's where the magic happens. That's where you start to transform from a weak person created by good times into a strong person capable of creating your own good times. But here's the catch. This transformation doesn't happen overnight. It's not a one-time event. It's a process, a journey, and it's one that never really ends, because the moment you think you've arrived, the moment you think you're strong enough, that's when you start to slip back into weakness. That's when complacency sets in. That's when you start to lose your edge. So how do you avoid this trap? How do you ensure that you're constantly growing, constantly improving, constantly becoming stronger? The answer is simple, but it's not easy. You have to fall in love with the process. You have to find joy in the journey. You have to learn to embrace the struggle, because it's in the struggle that we grow. It's in the struggle that we learn. It's in the struggle that we become who we're meant to be. Think about it. When you look back on your life, what are the moments that stand out? What are the experiences that shaped you? I'll bet they weren't the easy times. I'll bet they weren't the moments when everything was going smoothly. No, the moments that define us are the tough times, the challenges, the setbacks, the failures, because it's in those moments that we discover what we're truly made of. It's in those moments that we have a choice. We can give up or we can push through. We can make excuses or we can take responsibility. We can blame others or we can look in the mirror and ask ourselves what we can do differently. And it's in making the right choice, time and time again, that we build our strength, that we develop our character, that we become the kind of person who can not only weather the storms of life, but can dance in the rain. Now, I know this isn't easy. I know it's tempting to seek comfort, to avoid challenges, to stay in our safe little bubble. After all, that's what our society encourages. We're bombarded with messages telling us to take the easy route, to find shortcuts, to avoid pain at all costs. But let me tell you something. There are no shortcuts to any place worth going. There are no elevators to success. You have to take the stairs, one step at a time, day after day, year. And yes, it's hard. Yes, it's uncomfortable. Yes, there will be times when you want to give up. But that's exactly why it's worth doing. Because it's in overcoming these challenges that we become who we're meant to be. You see, strength isn't something you're born with. It's something you develop. It's like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. But if you never push yourself, if you never lift that weight, if you never face that challenge, your strength will atrophy. You'll become weak. And in today's world, we can't afford to be weak. We can't afford to be soft. We can't afford to be complacent because the world is changing faster than ever before. The challenges we face are more complex than ever before. And if we're not constantly growing, constantly adapting, constantly becoming stronger. So how do we do this? How do we ensure that we're constantly growing, constantly becoming stronger? Well, it starts with our daily habits. You see, success isn't about making one big decision. It's about making 1,000 small decisions day after day that move you in the right direction. It's about waking up early when you'd rather sleep in. It's about choosing the salad instead of the burger. It's about putting in that extra hour of work when you'd rather call it a day. It's about having that difficult conversation instead of avoiding it. These small decisions might not seem like much in the moment, but over time they compound, they build upon each other, and before you know it, you've transformed yourself into someone you never thought you could be. But here's the key. You have to be consistent. You can't just do it when you feel like it. You can't just do it when it's convenient. You have to do it every single day, whether you feel like it or not. Because discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. It's what separates the successful from the unsuccessful. It's what turns dreams into reality. And discipline isn't about being perfect. It's not about never making mistakes. It's about getting back on track when you do make a mistake. It's about picking yourself up when you fall. It's about recommitting to your goals even when you've had a setback. Because here's the truth. You're going to face setbacks. You're going to face obstacles. You're going to face moments of doubt and fear and uncertainty. That's not just part of the journey. It is the journey. But it's in those moments that you have the opportunity to prove your strength. It's in those moments that you have the chance to show what you're really made of. And let me tell you something. There's no feeling in the world quite like overcoming a challenge you thought was impossible. There's no satisfaction quite like proving to yourself that you're capable of more than you ever imagined. That's what strength is all about. It's not about never facing difficulties. It's about facing them head on and coming out stronger on the other side. So I challenge you today. I challenge you to embrace the struggle, to seek out challenges, to push yourself beyond what you think is possible. Because that's where growth happens. That's where strength is built. That's where character is forged. And yes, it will be hard. Yes, there will be times when you want to give up. But remember this On the other side of that hardship, on the other side of that struggle is the person you're meant to be. So don't shy away from the hard times. Don't run from the challenges. Embrace them. Use them. Let them shape you into someone stronger, someone better, someone capable of creating their own good time. Because that's what strong people do. They don't wait for good times to come to them. They create good times through their actions, their attitude, and their unwavering belief in themselves. And make no mistake, you have that strength within you. You have that potential, you have that power, but it's up to you to unleash it. It's up to you to cultivate it. It's up to you to become the strong person you're capable of being. So starting today, I want you to make a commitment to yourself, a commitment to push yourself a little bit harder, a commitment to face your fears head on, a commitment to embrace the struggle and use it as fuel for your growth. Because here's the secret, the struggle you're facing today is creating the strength you'll need for tomorrow. The challenges you're overcoming now are preparing you for even greater successes in the future. So don't wish for an easy life. Wish for the strength to endure a difficult one, because it's in that difficulty, in that struggle, that you'll find your true power, that you'll discover who you really are and what you're truly capable of. And as you do this, as you embrace these challenges and overcome these obstacles, something amazing will happen. You'll start to inspire others. You'll start to lift those around you. You'll start to create a ripple effect of strength and resilience that extends far beyond yourself. Because strong people don't just create good times for themselves. They create good times for everyone around them. They become a beacon of hope, a source of inspiration, a catalyst for change. And in doing so, they don't just improve their own lives. They improve the world. So I ask you, are you ready? Are you ready to step up? Are you ready to embrace the challenge? Are you ready to become the strong person you're meant to be? Because the world needs you. The world needs your strength, your resilience, your determination. The world needs people who aren't afraid to face challenges head on, who aren't content with mediocrity, who are willing to do what it takes to create their own success. And I believe in you. I believe that you have that strength within you. I believe that you're capable of far more than you've ever imagined. But my belief isn't enough. You have to believe it too. You have to embrace it. You have to live it every single day. So starting right now, I want you to make a decision to stop seeking comfort and start seeking growth, a decision to stop avoiding challenges and start embracing them, a decision to stop waiting for good times and start creating them. Because that's what strong people do. And you, my friend, are strong. You might not feel it right now. You might not see it yet, but it's there waiting to be unleashed, waiting to be developed, waiting to be put into action. And that's what I want to talk about now. Action, because all the knowledge in the world, all the motivation, all the inspiration, it means nothing without action. You see, there's a big difference between knowing the path and walking the path. And in today's world, we have access to more knowledge than ever before. We can learn about anything, anytime, but knowledge without action is like a car without gas. It might look nice, but it's not going to take you anywhere. So I want you to think about this. What actions are you taking today to become stronger? What steps are you taking to challenge yourself? What are you doing to push beyond your comfort zone? Because here's the truth. Comfort is the enemy of growth. When we're comfortable, we stop pushing ourselves. We stop learning. We stop improving. And that's when weakness starts to creep in. Think about it like this. Have you ever tried to build muscle? If you have, you know that it doesn't happen by lifting the same weight over and over again. No, to build muscle, you have to progressively increase the weight. You have to push your muscles to their limit, break them down, and let them rebuild stronger. The same principle applies to life. If you want to become stronger, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, you have to consistently push yourself beyond your current limits. You have to be willing to be uncomfortable. You have to be willing to fail. You have to be willing to struggle. Because it's in that struggle that we grow. It's in that discomfort that we learn. It's in those moments of difficulty that we discover what we're truly capable of. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, but what if I fail? What if I try and it doesn't work out? What if I push myself and I still can't overcome the challenge? Well, let me tell you something. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of success. Every great achievement, every breakthrough, every moment of growth, it's all built on a foundation of failure. Think about a baby learning to walk. They don't just stand up one day and start walking perfectly. No, they fall, they stumble, they fail over and over again. But with each fall, with each failure, they're learning. They're getting stronger. They're getting closer to their goal. And that's how we need to approach life. We need to be willing to fall. We need to be willing to fail. Because each failure is a lesson. Each setback is an opportunity to come back stronger. But here's the key. You can't let failure define you. You can't let it stop you. You have to use it as fuel. You have to let it motivate you to try again, to push harder, to become better. Because the difference between successful people and unsuccessful people isn't that successful people never fail. It's that they never quit. They keep pushing forward no matter how many times they fall. And that's what I want for you. I want you to be the kind of person who never quits, who never gives up, who sees every challenge as an opportunity to grow stronger. Because that's what strong people do. They don't avoid challenges, they seek them out. They don't run from difficulties, they face them head on. They don't make excuses. They find solution. And in doing so, they create their own success. They create their own good times. They become the kind of person who can thrive in any circumstance, who can overcome any obstacle, who can achieve any goal they set their mind to. But it all starts with a decision to stop settling for mediocrity, a decision to stop accepting weakness, a decision to become the strongest version of yourself, and that decision needs to be made every single day. It's not a one-time thing. It's a commitment that you need to renew every morning when you wake up and recommit to every night before you go to bed. Because becoming strong isn't a destination. It's a journey. It's a process of continuous growth, continuous improvement, continuous challenge. And yes, it's hard. Yes, it's uncomfortable. Yes, there will be times when you want to give up. But I promise you, it's worth it. The person you'll become, the life you'll create, the impact you'll have, it's all worth the struggle. So I want you to think about this. What's one thing you can do today to challenge yourself? What's one step you can take to push beyond your comfort zone? What's one action you can take to become a little bit stronger? Maybe it's having that difficult conversation you've been avoiding. Maybe it's starting that project you've been putting off. Maybe it's pushing yourself a little harder in your workout. Whatever it is, I want you to commit to it right now. Because here's the thing, strength begets strength. The more you challenge yourself, the stronger you become. And the stronger you become, the more capable you are facing even greater challenges. It's like a snowball rolling down a hill. At first it's small, it's fragile, but as it rolls, it picks up more snow, it gains momentum. And before you know it, it's become an unstoppable force. That's what I want for you. I want you to become an unstoppable force. I want you to become so strong, so resilient, so determined that no challenge can stand in your way. But it all starts with that first step. It all starts with that first challenge. It all starts with that first moment of discomfort. So don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait until you feel ready. Because let me tell you something. You'll never feel completely ready for the big challenges in life. You just have to start and get ready as you go. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And the journey to becoming the strongest version of yourself begins with a single challenge. So I ask you again, what challenge will you take on today? What step will you take? Because here's the truth. The world doesn't need more people who are comfortable. The world doesn't need more people who are content with mediocrity. The world needs people who are willing to push themselves, who are willing to grow, who are willing to become strong. The world needs you, the strongest version of you. So don't let good times make you weak. Don't let comfort make you complacent. Don't let fear hold you back. Instead, create your own good times through strength. Create your own success through perseverance. Create your own destiny through unwavering determination, because that's what strong people do. And you, my friend, are strong. You might not feel it right now. You might not see it yet, but it's there waiting to be unleashed. So unleash it. Embrace the challenge. Face your fears. Push beyond your limits, because on the other side of that challenge, on the other side of that fear, on the other side of that limit, that's where you'll find the person you're meant to be. That's where you'll find your true strength. And once you find it, once you embrace it, once you start living it every single day, that's when you'll start to the real magic happen. You'll start to inspire others. You'll start to lift those around you. You'll start to create a ripple effect of strength and resilience that extends far beyond yourself, because strong people don't just improve their own lives. They improve the world. They become leaders. They become innovators. They become the kind of people who can face any challenge, overcome any obstacle, and create positive change wherever they go. And that's what I want for you. I want you to become that kind of person. I want you to become a beacon of strength in a world that desperately needs it. Because here's the thing, we're living in challenging times. The world is changing faster than ever before. The problems we face are more complex than ever before. And if we're not constantly growing, constantly adapting, constantly becoming stronger, we'll be left behind. But if we can embrace these challenges, if we can use them as opportunities to grow stronger, then there's no limit to what we can achieve. We can create businesses that change industries. We can develop technologies that solve global problems. We can build communities that lift people up and bring out the best in everyone. We can create a world where good times don't create weak men, but where good times inspire us to become even stronger. But it all starts with you. It all starts with your decision to embrace the challenge, to seek out difficulty, to push yourself beyond what you think is possible. Because when you do that, when you commit to becoming the strongest version of yourself, you become a force for positive change in the world. You become someone who doesn't just talk about making a difference. You actually do it. You become someone who doesn't just dream about success. You create it. You become someone who doesn't just hope for a better future. You build it. And that, my friends, is what true strength is all about. It's not about how much you can lift in the gym. It's not about how much money you have in the bank. It's not about how many followers you have on social media. True strength is about your character. It's about your resilience. It's about your ability to face challenges head on and come out stronger on the other side. It's about your willingness to do what's right, even when it's hard. It's about your commitment to growth, even when it's uncomfortable. It's about your determination to keep pushing forward, even when everything seems to be against you. That's the kind of strength that changes lives. That's the kind of strength that builds legacies. That's the kind of strength that transforms the world. And that's the kind of strength I know you have within you. So I challenge you one last time. Embrace that strength. Cultivate it. Don't let good times make you weak. Let them inspire you to become even stronger. Don't let comfort make you complacent. Let it motivate you to seek out new challenges. Don't let fear hold you back. Let it push you to face your fears and overcome them. Because when you do that, when you commit to becoming the strongest version of yourself, you don't just change your life, you change the world. You become a living example of what's possible when someone refuses to settle for mediocrity. You become an inspiration to everyone around you. You become a force for positive change in a world that desperately needs it. So starting today, I want you to make a commitment to strength, a commitment to growth, a commitment to becoming the best version of yourself. Because the world needs you. The world needs your strength, your resilience, your determination. The world needs people who aren't afraid to face challenges head on, who aren't content with mediocrity, who are willing to do what it takes to create their own success. And I believe in you. I believe that you have that strength within you. I believe that you're capable of far more than you've ever imagined. But my belief isn't enough. You have to believe it too. You have to embrace it. You have to live it every single day. So go out there and be strong. Face your challenges. Overcome your obstacles. Create, because that's what strong people do. And you, my friend, are strong. Now go out there and show the world just how strong you can be.